something different. Generally you get to see in your CAD preparation and whatnot. I just fire up my Python console on my phone and then give it a prompt. Right. So this is a fancy way of using Python, in this like that of like using it as a calculator. So those right.
Limit of this integer?
Sorry?
Limit.
Yeah, excellent question. It's unlimited. It's called arbitrary precision arithmetic. So I won't go into the details of what goes on behind the scenes in the Python interpreter, but then I can have something like this. Something like this. Right, so it goes on, it fills your screen, it keeps on calculating stuff and then printing it. It just depends on how fast your processor is, how much it can handle. Right, so this is one reason why Python is really famous in the scientific communities, where if you want to do really intense mathematics. So Python by default gives you the ability to do arbitrary precision calculations. You don't have raised to power or power of operator in your C, C++. Does Java has a power of operator now, right? As an operator. No. So you don't have those kind of facilities in your built-in in your C, C++, whatever. But Python has this as a built-in operator. So if you want, if at some point of time you want to find the power of expression y is equal to x star y. So obviously your plus, minus, divide, multiply, all those stuff works, and obviously your modular arithmetic work as well. So what is 25 mod 2 is 1, right? So there you go. This is how you use Python as a calculator. Right, next step. Right, so let's talk about strings a little bit. Okay, before that I'll just tell you how to assign. C program, if you want to calculate calculate sum of two numbers in A and B, you go and write division. Right, division, same thing. You can. What do you expect from a C interval? So, sorry, what do you expect from a C language? So it truncates the decimal value and gives you the round up, right?
How do you get float?
Yeah, if you want to get float, you do this.
You need to force one of them to be the decimal.
Right. So essentially what happens is, even in C, if you divide an integer by an integer, you get an integer. Right, you don't get a fraction. You know your basic mathematical tables and you expect to get a fraction. But in C, when you divide 5 by 2, you get 2. You don't get 2.5. And if you divide 5.0 by 2, C recognizes that 5.20 is of type float. So float by integer or float by float is float.
So the basic variable is int.
Yeah, no, it figures it out by itself. So that's what I'm trying to get here. So in C, if you want, if you have three variables A, B, C, you want C equal to A divided by B. You go on and type int A and int B and int C equal to A by B and then print C. In Python, this is how you do A equal to 10, B equal to 4, and C equal to A by B, and print C. Notice anything different? I'm going to pick up pace, people, if you guys give me the proper feedback. Otherwise, we can be talking about this really simple stuff for the entire 1 hour, and then you're going to say my calculator does better stuff than Python. Right? See the difference. What's the difference? Loudly, please.
Yes.
No semicolons. All right. no declaration, but good observation though. I can still do this. Python don't mind, but excellent observation. So there is a computer science term for this. Sorry? Not suppressing the output. I am talking about no int, no float. Dynamic typing. So what Python does is, so I'm not telling you that Python doesn't have the types. You see, we have types in float, char, pointer, whatever. So Python does have those stuff. The thing is that Python knows that you are not interested in the types. You just want to get the work done. So Python is intelligent enough to recognize the kind of type, A, B, and C is. So I can reassign A. I can say that A equal 10.0, and then go C equal to A by B and print C. I get 2.5 because now Python recognizes that A is a float, and it doesn't matter what B is because float by divided by whatever the output should be float. So C is a float. So there is a way you can find out what the type is. There is a built-in function called type of whatever the object name. It says it is type float, and type of B is type int, and type of C should be right. Awesome. So again, another feature of Python. So what I'm gonna do is randomly mix in, features and talk about them. So okay, where does this type A come in? What does this thing type? It looks like I'm not talking about what the type of A is. I'm talking what is this type thing? It's a type. Okay, too much.
Space reserved and how it is to be read. The type determines how much memory you are reserving.
Right, okay. I think I made the question a little bit complex. What I'm saying is, A is a float, and C is also a float, and B is an int. What is T by B type?
Function.
It's a function. Right. So okay, I think I'm put it out the wrong way. So type is a function, but then we haven't even started declaring or defining or using functions yet. So it's something what is called as a built-in function. So Python has a lot of built-in functions. Let's see. Let's say that A is -2. So A is -2. I have something called abs. Right? So it basically gives me the absolute value of A. So essentially there is a lot of inbuilt functions which I'm not talking about right now. I'm not telling you guys. Right? A really good question right about this time is, alright, so where do we get the list of built-in functions? Right? So there are built-in functions, or there are library functions in other languages too. What do you do to get the list of all the functions in a library in C or in Java? Tell me something. What would you do if I ask you what are the functions in math.h? What all functions are there in di.h? You go about looking for documentation. You will probably look into a book. You go to the library and look into the book. You go to the internet and search for it, and Google fetch it out for you. So that's as far as I am concerned, what I think is that's not exactly the right way of going about and figuring out what all stuff are in a particular module or a particular language, what all features you have. Right. So what I do with other languages is that I use something called an IDE. I use something like Eclipse, and I write A dot and then I press the tab like 5 times, or I press the control space, whatever, it gives me a list of things, right? So Python by default does that. I think it's a little bit too early for you to show how, for me to show how exactly it happens. I'll definitely get into that. That is probably the most important thing which you're going to learn in this session, in any Python session for that matter. So, so we covered a little bit of what all stuff we have in Python. So we have, different type of stuff, different type of variables, which Python figures out what variables they are. And we know that there are a lot of built-in functions. There are other stuff called built-in libraries, which hopefully I'll get into that as well. Right. Can you tell me what all types are possible, are probable in Python? We have covered int, we have covered float. So there would be something called double or long. I already showed you a really long integer, and it had an L at the end. At the end, you can see an L, which tells you that it's of type long. Any other type which we really need? Strings? Okay, let's see. Okay, again, this very important question. Whoever gets the answer will get a virtual topic. I'm not carrying any right now. How would I test whether Python has a string or not, string type or not? What would you do? This is something which you should be doing right now, other than hearing me go on and on about types.
A is equal to
I write A equal to hello.
Type.
It says name hello is not defined. We are close. Type of A, but then
Type of code.
yeah, okay. Okay, let's both are right. Which codes?
Any
Right, let's try single quotes. It says right, great. And type A is definitely type string. So virtual chocolates for both of you. I make you are as a dairy milk. Right, so we know that we have something called a string, and we also know that the quotes are not really important. I can write A equal to double quotes hello, and Python says right, no problem. A is still hello.
In my showing class STR.
Right?
Class is STR.
That's because yours is 3 point there. So essentially the way you use won't be different, but the way it's represented inside is a little bit different. Right. And yours might not, the print space hello world might not work in your case either. Want to try it out. Okay. So let's try something. We know that there is something called ABS. It says it's a built-in function ABS. Let's see what the type of ABS is. It says it's type, built-in function or method. Right. So essentially this is the kind of tinkering which I want you guys to be doing right now as we speak, and just after the session when you still have the Python spirits high. So because you have this interpreter thing, you can tinker all you want and then learn new stuff. Hey, I can do that. Another type. So we know that function is also a type. Another type you can think about? Boolean. Right? So how do you check it? Let's just write type.
A is 1 less than 2 and type of A.
Okay. This, if I do 1